guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you haven't not subscribe. Yes, subscribe. Let's get into the video. How to become a black cat. I'm gonna be speaking about some experiences and stuff like that, and how I became a black cat. And when I mean by black cat is like really not taking anything and like having your boundaries, right, etc. But yeah, let's just get into it. Okay, so I'm gonna start off with like a story time. Because Leo inspired me about this. He was just speaking about it in his podcast, like, I'm never going to talk, just rip somebody and be mean, which he's right. But, like, if a situation happens and it's something I got to explain or talk about how it impacted me, you don't get to decide what impacted me. And I want to talk about like, why I became a black cat. So, growing up, like, late teens, 16, 17, I just became like such like a blossom tree, if that makes sense. I was just so happy, full of life, and people hated that. Everything I done, people complained about. Are you working out? Are you actually working out? Or are you just lying? Are you just taking pictures in the gym just to take pictures? Stuff like that. They liked to take people from me. They just wanted my life to be in shambles. And it's like, I'm one of the nicest persons that you ever met. And you think my intensity is fake. And then it's like, now you want to play victim when I want to get into my black cat era. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, it's so weird how people get when you finally realize what they're doing to you. So when I finally realized like what people have been doing to me, I was, oh my gosh, like what the heck? Like, you know, so I got away from those people. But then I realized, I'm like, wait a minute, these people are still in my energy. I must didn't heal right. But not only that, it's because these people were obsessed. I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to block these people on every platform. When people see who you are, which is so unfortunate, when people see who you are, they want to stop it. They don't want you to grow. They don't want you to be who you are. They don't want you to thrive at all. They gonna want to get into your brain to make sure you don't like yourself, love yourself, etc. You know, they want to make sure you don't have no confidence. They want to make sure that you don't get no opportunities. They want to make sure that you won't get anything, no love, no money, no nothing, because they want to be haters. And one thing I realized growing up is that people around me, all of them were haters, and they all were silent narcissists. They all were haters, and it really impacted me. I'm like, I have to really rewire my brain for years. I'm like, oh my gosh, these people done damage on me. And they did. And that also put flame into my black cat energy. And it's just like, it's like my soul kind of still feels sorry a bit. Like, wow, like, I can't believe people had done that to me and like wanted to ruin my life. But then I'm like, now I'm like with my black cat energy, I'm like, you're not coming back. Don't call me. No, nothing. I'm going to get my justice from you. And I know it was years ago, but I'm still going to get my justice from you. You're not going to go away for what you done to me. Y'all, I had to do a lot of healing. Because so many people wanted to tear my destiny apart. They wanted to ruin my reputation. They wanted to take everything away from me. And a lot of that stuff sits in your subconscious. So I had to clear out so much stuff. So best believe I'm going to talk about things that impacted me. That's how you become a real, true black cat. Speak about things that impacted you. Who cares if it's going to hurt people's feelings? Are you saying their names? No, you're not. I'm going to say what impacted me. I'm going to say what hurted me. Because it did hurt me. And you know that. Who do you know is going to drive in their car all the way to the other side of the town to go get your hair from a beauty supply store? Your friends will never do that. Then you want to play victim and all of that. As if I'm just like a bad person to be around. And that's another thing I realized. So many people wanted me to be like a bad person, like I'm just so bad. But I'm the main one there where you calling me crying. I'm the main one there. I'm the main one listening to your Sabio stories. But I'm the problem. You're a narcissist. But how I stepped it in my black cat bag after all years of healing, I started to really, not like I started to act like them, not like a narcissist, but I used that, what they done to me, I used it for better. So it's just like, I'm not no longer letting people walk over me. I'm going to speak about experiences like I'm doing now that hurted me. I'm not going to shut my mouth. I'm going to speak. And that's one thing I realized when you're a black cat, You have to speak what you feel. You have to speak what impacted you. You have to speak the truth. Nobody likes the truth, but you got to speak it. So that's how you become a black cat. You have to speak the truth. You have to speak real. You have to put your boundaries, but you can't let nobody walk over you. You have to play the villain, boo. You have to be the villain. It is okay for people not to like you. But if everybody doesn't like you, like I realize, who cares? Want to know why? You're winning, they're losing. You have to get into that bag where I rather be the villain than be trying to be your friend or whatnot. Be a puppy. Black cats, you don't not need to be. When you become black cat, do not be a puppy. Get all of that puppy stuff out. And also how to become a black cat. Clear everybody out. Let everybody go. Get out of that relationship. Get out of it. Because one thing I realized with being a black cat, I can't go after the dudes that I used to like before. I can't. And that's how you, like, you got to realize that as well. You can't become a black cat and still date men who are scary. When you become a black cat, you have to date strong men like you. He has to become the wolf. And you be the black cat. He has to become the wolf. Become the lion. People do not want you to be happy. They want you to suffer. And suffer. When you become a black cat, you send all of that suffering back to them. You don't sit there and ponder and like, oh my God, I feel sorry for these people. You cannot be like that when you want to become a black cat. You can't. You can't be sitting with your girlfriends at a coffee shop talking about men all day and literally hearing their sobby old stories because they can't afford therapy. There's so many podcasters out here. There's so many everything out here to where you can learn. I know therapy is expensive, and I know that's why I said listen to these podcasters. When you become a black cat, you don't have time to hear that. You have to tell them in their face. I don't want to hear all that. And if you're going to keep talking about this every time we hanging out, we need to stop being friends now. And if they be like, oh my gosh, that's harsh. Like, I can't believe you said that to me. That goes to show you they're trying to gaslight you. Get out of there. That's how you become a black cat. Do not take everything lightly. Do not take everything like, oh my God. Speak the truth. Do you want to hear them sobbing every time you hang out with them? No. But that's another thing. They're using you. That's what you got to realize. That's why they're using you, boo. They know what they're doing. You lend them. And another thing, how to become a black cat. Like with emotions and stuff. I'm just trying to see. I'm still like in there still. I think like you cannot live below your means when you want how to become black cat. You cannot live below your means. You have to buy expensive things, not like expensive, but like things that's gonna take care of your skin, things that's gonna take care of you. When you're always, that's where you have to get like 2-3 jobs. Sometimes you just have to have a lot of streams of income. You cannot just keep living below your means and thinking it's fine. You're thinking it's just the way your life's supposed to be when in reality it's not. One thing I realized with living below my means, it made me more scary of life. It made me more scary of people. It made me hate everything. Because when I had my black cat energy without me even knowing before, another story time, I realized how powerful I was when it became to like with money, making investments, making connections. I realized how powerful I am. That's a black cat. When you be able to read the room and make investments and be able to make connections, you won. That's how to become a black cat. You can't be around people who are looking at you like, what are you doing? They're going to make sure your cat becomes a kitten. You can't have that. Can't have that. So yeah. I'm trying to think lastly, how to become a black cat. Spending your money right, sell the right, like buy expensive things here and there that you can afford. But I also would say, I think that's really it. But yeah, that's how to become a black cat. Also, just if things are making you depressed and anxiety, go see a psychiatrist, if you can afford it. And also get away from certain people, etc. And like, you just be bold, be a villain, and you'll win. Don't be a narcissist. Don't be a silent narcissist, but be bold and really speak your mind. Toodles. Also, stop being scared to become a boss. Be a boss. I would say watch Selling Sunset, New York, Selling New York, and you'll see. It's just the real world is not nice. It's not pretty. So there's gonna be a lot of puppies around you, like, oh my god, like, what are you doing? Why are you talking to that person like that? Because you gotta teach that person, do not talk to me like that again. You gotta be bold. Like, that's why you need to watch Selling New York is on Netflix. Eleanor, I love Eleanor. She's so good. She's a definition of a black cat. She got her body right. She became more boom, like black cat. She got sensitive parts here and there. That's a true black cat. But she's not here to play games. I'm here to make this bread. I'm here to get this money. And if you watch it, she made connections with people, like her real estate people that she was buying, like, well, people were buying homes from her. She was going out to their restaurants. Going to their spas. And that's another thing, how to become a black cat. When you have friends that have businesses, you have to support them. That's how you become a black cat. You need to make connections. And that's what Eleanor was doing. You have to make those kind of connections, like, oh, I know somebody who works at the spa. Who owns the spa, and I just sold her a home. Let me go over there and go to that spa. Kind of make that your daily routine. And they're going to love that. And then, boom, you got a connection. That's how you become a true black cat. You look at everything as an opportunity. Puppies would have been like, oh, no, I'm not going to do that. That feels like I'm begging. Da, da, da. In the real world, you need connections through life. Why do you think certain rich people, they are still rich to this day? Because they have no connections. You have to make connections, boo. That's how you make it in this world. You have to make those connections. You can't be here like, oh. That's how you become a true black cat. Watch that season, and I'm telling you. Soon as she sold her that home, she went to that spa. I think the next day. I think it was a spa. Yeah, the next day. And she was there. What does that tell you? She's built alliances. She's building her resume up. Because they're going to be like a friend, like, oh, I bought a house from Eleanor. Da, da, da. That's how you become a black cat. You want to get the job done. Period. No, because a lot of y'all still have that same high school mentality inside your brain. And it's just like, this real world, people will walk all over you, like I said in the beginning. It's the truth. You cannot be friends with just everybody, y'all. You cannot. You can't be trying to feel sorry for everybody. You cannot. That's not a true black cat. Okay? It's the truth.
Go right straight out, look in.
Look in. One quick question.